So let's get all this started. Hello everybody. I'm sure there'll be a couple people coming in here pretty soon. And tonight we are going to make that meme. We're going to make the meme. Let's see if I can find me on here anywhere. On the monitor. It usually takes a second for the monitor to come up. Oh, there's already a like. A like before there's a person. At least it says. It always takes it a second for some reason to bring it up on the live part. And there we go. Now we're officially live because I can see it on the monitor. Rick, hey, what's going on, buddy? Val, good to see you. Yep, Val's in the house. 2 likes, 2 folks. Okay, let me see if I can get everything over here just a little better. And I think we got it pretty good. I think that's pretty good. Let me see. RT Scott, hey buddy. Good to see you. Good to see you. We'll get the so what we're going to do tonight, if anybody is not familiar, we are going to make the meme. We're going to make the brownie meme. Now, I was going to make real brownies, but I found this in the cupboard, and I had to use it because it expires in 2 months, and it's been in there for a while, so we're going to use that. And actually, the Betty Crocker ones aren't too bad. I got to say, they're not too bad at all. I looked at the ingredients when I got these a little while back, and there's not a whole. I mean, as long as you get past the palm oil and all that kind of stuff, it's really not it's not that bad. But it's pretty much, it's kind of just brownie mix as a whole. So we're gonna get our thing over here. And one of the cool things we're gonna use tonight, and I'm pretty excited because I don't get to use it very often, is is my glass Wagner Ware cornstick pan. And it's the cornstick pan has kind of a funny story to it. There's a antique store that I frequent a lot near here in Wapak, Ohio, and my mom also frequents the same place. And she took in, this has been a few years ago, but she took in a bunch of, she was talking to she was on her way to Goodwill to donate some stuff, and my mom's a picker as well, so she was going to pick some stuff. And she was on her way to that, to the Goodwill, and she stopped in the antique mall, and she said, she started talking to a guy who had a booth there, and he said, well, let me see what you have that you're taking to Goodwill. And one of the things that she was taking to Goodwill was her glass cornstick, Wagner glass cornstick pan. And so he bought it from her, and all this. Well, about a month passes by, and I go into the antique mall, and what do I see? I see a Wagner cornstick pan. I've never seen one before. I don't remember my mom having one. She had it for years, she said it was her mom's. And so I bought it for $7 or $8, and I brought it home, and I sent my mom a picture of it, and I said, hey, guess what I've got? And she said, what? And I sent her the picture, and she said, where'd you get it? And I told her where I got it, and she said, I think that's mine. And I was like, what do you mean that's yours? And she said, yeah, I think that's mine. And she goes, I sold it to this guy who had a booth in this part of the antique mall. And I said, well, that's exactly where I bought it. How weird's that? Hey Fuzz, hey buddy, how you doing? Cynthia Wesley, hello. How are you? And simultaneously, while I'm doing this, I'm also going to be making dinner. We're kind of having a breakfast for dinner kind of thing. Because we're going to make the meme, we're going to make the brownie meme. And I've got, I'm going to be using, now they're in the oven warming up right now, but we're going to be using a 1960s 5-cavity Lodge corn stick pan, and we're going to be using the Wagner 1940s glass pan. Now the deal behind the glass corn stick pan is they were made during World War II when there was a lack of metal, when the metal drives were going on. So they started making all these, everything started being glass, things like that. Anything they could make it as aluminum. So we're going to follow the recipe for the most part with this, and start stacking this up. Oh, I forgot to drag my trash can over by me. Let me do that real quick. Forgot the trash can. Don't want to do that. So, okay, so we're just going to do the egg. And one of the things that I'm going to do, that I like to do when I do these, is we're going to use, instead of water, I generally use milk, especially because I get the milk from the dairy, and it's a very, very fat-rich milk. Oh, I gotta open this one up. We just went to the dairy a couple hours ago. So this is this was actually out of the cow yesterday. So this is about as fresh as milk goes. So we're gonna go with a quarter cup of milk instead of the water. There you go. There's that. 1/4 cup of milk. What else we got in here? Corey Clark, hey buddy. Good to see you. Can't believe it's been a week already since, this week has really flown by since the last time. The milk back in the fridge. Well, I'll leave the milk out. We're going to use that. We're going to need it here in a little bit. Set that off to the side. Let's see who else we got. Oh yeah. Why buy the cow when the milk's free? Exactly. That's kind of been the story of my life in general. Okay, so we're going to just start. So we've got that, and then we need, instead of the 1/3 cup of oil, I'm going to do a 1/3 cup of butter. Mix that around a little bit. Want the oil in there. That oily. There we go. 1/3 cup of oil. And like I said, I've got the pans in there. I've got the Wagner in there in the oven. We're gonna mix this up real quick. I'm not gonna break out. I'm not gonna break out the mixer. I didn't have a lot of room. This is gonna be a lot of different things. I'm doing, like I said, I'm doing dinner tonight at the same time as we do the meme. So we're just gonna get that going. And this has the walnuts in there. And since we're making the meme, I'm going to add one little addition to this that isn't in the recipe. Hoping. I don't know if this meme thing is going to turn out. I think the meme thing is just a meme. I've never tried to do the meme, but just in case. So let's throw a little bit of that in there. Just to kind of make it a little more authentic. Okay, I should be done, pretty much about done in the refrigerator. We're also going to be using, this is the maiden voyage for my Wagner, the 1148 griddle that everybody seems to be raving about. I actually put my review up for that today on their website. Oh, that's thick. That's thick and fudgy. I thought about putting, what do you call it? I thought about putting chocolate chips in there, but I don't think that's really gonna be necessary at all. I'm hoping that this stuff doesn't burn in there. Let's check comments here real quick. My live is working today. Frank from Montana, how are you, buddy? I'm glad to see you. And I've got something on the way to you that you should be getting here anytime. Sent you out something. Okay. So that's mixed up pretty well. It's very thick, very, very thick. A lot thicker than I thought it was going to be. I haven't made brownies, I bet, since probably my kids were in school to make brownies. Yeah, Frank, it's really good to see you. I'm so glad you got that fixed with your inner tubes there. Just a smidge more butter to that. I've got a stick of butter down in there. I'm gonna want this to be pretty oily because I don't want it to stick. And I've never, my corn stick pan, my Lodge corn stick pan is a very, very recent addition to my collection. I actually just got it refurbished I got it restored about, I would say 2 months ago, and I haven't used it. I don't need a lot of cornbread. Let's see, and then this calls for 325, so we've got everything heating up, and we're gonna, well, this should fill up, it should fill up most of the cavities on these corn stick pans. Boy, that is thick, thick stuff. Lost it, that's fine. That's fine. I don't mind about, I'm not too, Bob the Builder, how's it going, buddy? Let's see, get everybody down here a little closer. There we go. This stuff is super thick and super fudgy. And it's going to be 325 for, what does it say, 28 to 31 minutes. So, and I'm going through the ingredients on the back of this. I didn't know this was a thing, but if you look on the back of this, this is one of the side effects from eating brownies. I didn't know that, but now we all know, so heads up. Get a good view of that. Yeah, that really happens, I guess. But I don't know if that's a rumor, urban myth as they call them, but according to the box, that happens. You need a mosquito-powered mixer. I do. But like I said, oh, and Strong's Adventures. Thank you for showing up. Thank you so much for showing up. So how many people we got in here? Let me check right quick. Now 17, that's pretty good. Quality over quantity, right? So, and we'll add this last little bit of oil into that, because I want this really, I wanted it to be pretty oily. So, less stick. So we're gonna set this off to the side just for a second. Over here, I'm also gonna be making Jiffy pancakes instead of cornbread. We're gonna be doing a little off tonight. We're gonna be doing brownies in a corn stick pan, and then I'm gonna be doing Jiffy mix as my pancakes. And I'm gonna be making kind of a McGriddle sort of thing. Because like I said, we're gonna be making dinner and doing the meme as well. So I'm gonna break these things out right quick. So let me get my oven mitts down, and we'll get that stuff into the pan. We'll grease that pan up. Now the one time I have used my corn stick pan twice, the glass one, and I will say without a doubt that this corn stick pan sticks. That's one of the reasons I don't use it very often, because it sticks. And I haven't had great luck with it not sticking, so I'm gonna do some extra with it and make sure we can, hopefully that doesn't happen tonight. So let me grab my basting brush, and so we can get all the nooks and crannies. And I thought I was more prepared than I am. I was actually kind of sitting around watching Dairy Girls. If you guys don't know what Dairy Girls are, Dairy Girls is a pretty funny Irish comedy. I watched it on YouTube. I was watching Dairy Girls, kind of having a drink, and like that. So I'm gonna put it on here because I don't want to risk burning up anything into the oven tonight. So we're gonna do, I'm gonna do a spray, and I have good luck with this spray. That one there, that's what I use, and I have really good luck with this. I know there's a lot of people who use Baker's Secret and those kind of things, and there's nothing wrong with those. And what's the other one? Goop. People call it goop or goof, where they put the flour and everything into the same pan or into the same mixture. Make sure I get all this stuff in there. And I'm not going to worry about, a lot of times I worry about if I'm sort of deep frying my baked goods, but tonight I'm not, because like I said, I have not had great luck with this. And when it comes out, we'll get a better look at it, but there's two styles of these that I found when I first got this, and I was looking them up. There's this one that was made in the 40s, and then there was the Miracle Maze style, which is more, which I'm sure a lot of you guys are familiar with, the Miracle Maze style corn stick pan, which actually looks more like an ear of corn with the husk still on it. Now, I can't remember, I was thinking and I might be making this up in my head, that I've seen the metal ones of the Miracle Corn Maze pans as well. But like I said, I could be making that up in my head, and that wouldn't surprise me at all. So let's get this and try and figure out a way to get this in there nicely without it getting all over the place. But on the edges, and I can't pick it up because it's hot right now and I've got it greased, but it does say Wagner Ware on the ends. And this wasn't surprise. I was really surprised when I found this, that it wasn't made in, like, say, the 70s or so, that kind of time period. And this is why this is going to be a meme, because these are so much easier. Brownies are so much easier put into a pan. So, well, we're going to make sure we have enough for both. And they're supposed to look a certain way. And I think we all know that all of us have seen the meme. The meme that I'm referring to is the one where the meme says, I brought in brownies to work today, but nobody wanted to touch them. Nobody would eat them because they didn't look like brownies, which is why I kind of added the corn. So if you've never seen that meme, look it up. Well, it's actually the meme. I used it in the community page. These are swimming in it. And like I said, I really wanted to use this one, just to kind of show it. Because I say sometimes that I have a glass Wagner corn stick pan, and a lot of people don't think that those are real. And they are. And there's two different models of them. Now, I don't know if anybody else made these or not. So that's pretty good. We're going to stick those in the oven. I don't know if Griswold made them or any other company. Wagner's the only one I've ever seen. And there's not a whole heck of a lot about them out there. So that one's full. Let me wipe my hands. And we'll put that in the oven. Now they're going to take about 30 minutes to bake. And that's why I'm going to make dinner while I'm going to make something else, some other stuff. We're going to make those pancakes. We're going to make the pancake batter out of the Jiff, which is a little bit different than the box. I always called them Johnny Cakes, but I guess that's not really what a Johnny Cake is. I guess. I probably should have looked at that a little better. Now here is the 1960s Lodge corn stick pan. Let me see, make sure that that's in there. Yeah, it's a 5 cavity. They were discontinued. Now when exactly those were discontinued, I'm not really sure. But supposedly they were. Oh yeah, get some sizzle in there. I'm gonna wipe that down with my butter. Get that in there. And I'm also gonna hit that with that spray again, because I don't want them sticking. I'm gonna kind of overdo And I didn't have any Crisco. I'm sure somebody in there mentioned Crisco. Let me see. Pop over corn stick pan with the blue speckled enamel. Oh yeah, those are pretty cool. That is very cool. Now let me ask you: is it enameled all over? Because like I know, like when I've seen a lot of enamelware that isn't. It doesn't have anything on the inside. Like pickleware, no matter what, pickleware doesn't have. It may be enameled, but it's not enameled on the inside. Say like a Le Creuset. They just don't. It's not the same kind of thing. Yes, it is all over. Okay. Yeah. Oh, and I almost forgot to. Hey, buddy. Good to see you, Handsome Stone. Glad you could make it. See what we're up to here. Oh yeah, we got some people showing up. Got some people in. Okay, so I'm going to attempt to not. Let me make that a little more steady underneath that. So I had to break out some trivet. I had to go through and find trivets that are about the same size, same height, I should say, not same size, same height. And I want to do this pretty quickly because I don't want the times to be too far off. But this one, okay. All right, so I got that. And I'm gonna try and move that around in here. Because I think it's gonna add a little bit of time being on these trays, but I really didn't want to have a fire tonight. As fun as that sounds, I really didn't want to do that. So start adding to this one and adding to this one. And like I said, because of it's a meme, we don't really have to worry about it being that pretty. Like I said, I don't know if that really is a thing. And this is the first time I've ever tried doing it this way. And I'm probably going to end up with a little extra batter, which is okay. Because I don't mind making a personal brownie after I've had all these. Because a lot of times when I bake, I end up giving a lot of it away. So, and then I'm like, oh man, I didn't get one for myself. So yeah. Yeah, there we go. All right. Yeah, I think that'll work out pretty good. Yeah, Cynthia Wesley, this is a discontinued. They made these in the 60s. They made these lodge pans in the 60s. When they discontinued them, I couldn't find any real concrete evidence of when they discontinued them. But they were a discontinued model. And they sort of, I guess, what they're making now, or a lot of what became popular, wasn't really the 5s or the 7s, but it was the 6s. And that's what I'm not sure if that's what they make now, because I've never really been in the market for a corn stick pan, to be honest with you. This one, I got, that corn stick pan that I have, the Lodge one, came to me from a garage sale. And I was looking at it, and the fellow he kept noticing I was looking at it, and my daughter bought a box of books at the same time. So we're gonna give that 30 minutes in the oven at 325. But anyway, my daughter was looking at a box of books, and he said he had $10 on it or $15 on it, and he said, hey, Mo, do you want it? And I said, man, I wouldn't give you more than $5 on it because it's not restored. I got to mess with it. And he said, go ahead and take it with the books that your daughter bought. So he gave me that. I got that for nothing. You need 2. I feel like most recipes, when you use corn stick, you need 2. 2 what? Smoking Bears. Oh, Smoking Bears. Hey, buddy. Hey, Lee. What's up, pal? Good to see you. Good to see you. So we're going to move that out of the way. And we're going to... Those are kind of warm still. So we're going to make our cornbread batter. We're going to make our... we're going to make our Jiffy pancake batter. And we'll set that off to the side because I made sausage today. Not meant like sausage links, but I buy ground because I was doing everything on the 1148, the new Wagner griddle today. I didn't want to use regular sausage from the store, so what I did is I used ground pork and then I made sausage. I used a sauce. I used seasoning to make it sausage-ish without the sugar or the maple, because I didn't want to use sugar on the new griddle because I didn't re-season this. This is pre-seasoned out of the box. All I did was wash it off, and that's all I did to it. Jana Batista, good to see you. Welcome. Oh man, Frank Morello, I'm so glad that you could make it tonight. That was I know you've struggled to get the situation with your internet and your settings worked out so you could be a part of the program, and I'm so glad you got that stuff figured out. So what we're going to need is we're just going to need 1 box of Jiffy cornbread mix. And I think this will be something even the Southerners can agree on, since we all like a sweet pancake, that it's okay to have sugary cornbread mix, because we're going to make pancakes. And I'm hoping this bowl is going to be big enough. So then I'm going to need, let's see, 2 tablespoons of now I'm not going to use oil, I'm going to use butter. Once again, like I said. Okay, let's set that off to the side. So we're going to use 2 tablespoons of butter, which is 1/8 of a cup. Use 1/8 of a cup in there. There's just a little bit of butter left. Might as well just make it worthwhile. I mean, who am I to measure things exactly? And then 1/2 cup of milk in here. Now, normally, if you're going to make cornbread mix, I got to read this because if I don't, I'm not going to remember. So, if you were just going to use if you were just going to make cornbread, you just need the package of mix, 1 egg, and then 1/3 of a cup of milk. But because we're making the pancakes, we added the butter, and we added, and we're going to use 1/2 cup of milk. So let's break out more of the cow milk here and give it a shake. This stuff is so awesome. These are Jersey. When we went out to get it, we always say hi to the cows out there because they're always waiting at the fence when they know it's Thursday when people come up to get their milk, because the cows are always sitting up there. Make sure, yep, that's 1/2 cup. And it has the solids in it, which is pretty fun. You know you're getting real milk when it's got cream solids in there. And if I let that sit for a couple days at a time, for like 2 or 3 days, I'll get 2 half gallons, and by the time I get to the second half gallon, there's about 3 inches of cream on the top, and that just, like I think I've said this before, it makes the absolute best coffee you've ever had. But it doesn't. The one thing is, if you use it like that, it doesn't, this milk doesn't cold foam very well. Like if I use a regular milk to make cold foam, it doesn't work that fantastic. So we'll just mix that up. And this has got to be a little more mixed than, like say, like right here, this would be pretty good for cornbread. With the lumps, but you want it to be a little thinner, and I might actually even add just a little bit more of the last of the. Sure, I've got all this in there because I want it to be thinner. But it doesn't. But it's not going to be thin like, it's not going to pour like a pancake mix. Like you're not going to have this. I'm actually going to spoon this in as opposed to pouring it on. We're going to just spoon it on and go from there. And I've got some sausage to go on the side, and this should be pretty good. And my daughter has smoky links off in the Ace Frehley pan, so she's not a sausage person, but she likes smoky links. And spoiler alert, I do boil my smoky links because that's how my kids like them. So they're going to be boiled, so they're going to be sort of like a hot dog. And I know that the boiled hot dogs are not like a lot of people's favorites, but around here we either steam the hot dog or they're boiled. I've never been one for a grilled hot dog. It's not my wheelhouse. Tom's Food Factory, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. We've got a lot of people showing up tonight. That is so cool. Yeah, we might hit a record. I know in the first few lives I was getting some strays in here that weren't really cast iron fans obviously from different parts of the world, and they didn't really stick around too that long. Let's see what's going on in the comment section. Boiled hot dogs are the best. They are the best. I'm glad somebody agrees with me. Those are the best. Second place is steamed. If I'm camping, on a stick. That's really the way. That's the way I have mine. On a stick. Okay, so I'm gonna add just a smidge more milk to this. And I would just pour in a little bit of the water I have sitting in front of me, but it's carbonated water. I don't know how that'll go. So just a splash more of the milk. There we go, without breaking anything. Wipe this off. So one thing I do miss about paper cartons is it's so much easier to pour. We use that, but yeah, when you're making these pancakes, and I always call them Johnny cakes. I don't know if that's what a Johnny cake. It has the thing, cornbread Johnny cakes on the side, yeah. And those are just muffins, I think. We always called them Johnny. My kids always called them Johnny cakes when they were little when I made these. And my kids, it's funny, like they're not big cornbread fans, but they love these pancakes, and they like them. And I'm gonna make them since Ming's the one out here. She's here tonight. She's gonna have hers with blueberry syrup instead of maple syrup. And that is really good. The other thing I like doing is with the Jiffy mix is taking that same recipe and doing the artificial muffins and raspberry muffin mix and using that as pancakes too. That's really good. If you can get past the, all that, you can get past the, the artificial muffins and raspberries that's in there. Hey Scotty, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Mercy B, good to see you. Thank you so much for showing up. Okay, we'll set this off to the side and let this marinate a minute. Oh, I almost forgot the best part. And where is it? Where's the best part? I just had it a second ago because I was filling it up. But just a little bit, just a touch. Oh, right here in front of me. Right here in front of me. Never mind. Getting ahead of myself. And a little bit of black pepper. Just a little bit of black pepper. Trust me. Trust me on that one. All pastries are better with black pepper. Oh, there's the beagle. Hopefully you're not going to knock my stuff over. She can smell stuff cooking. She can smell what the old guy's cooking. Oh yeah, I can start to smell the brownies. Okay, let's get that off to the side. Let's get this out of the way. Okay, and so we're going to move everything over this way just a bit. And I'm not cool like Mudbrooker and I turn everything off. I'm just going to have to go along with me here. There we go. There we go. All right. Okay. So there's the 1148 Wagner griddle, maiden voyage tonight. And what all was I gonna make on there? Oh, we're gonna start with some potatoes. Let me get those potatoes and peppers and onions. Let me just drain off those. Drain off my potatoes real quick. Those over here. And peppers. Those are right there. And we're gonna throw down, I'm gonna throw down some butter, and I'm gonna throw down some oil with this. And we're gonna cook these toward the back. There we go. Because we're gonna do the pancakes and the sausages up here toward the front. I got a feeling anyway. And I'll toss just a little bit of olive oil on here, just to make it interesting. And we'll throw the potatoes on and get those going. Get on there. Oh yeah. Griddles are so fun because they're so clean to use. There's no mess. You don't have to wipe every single inch of your kitchen down after you use the griddles in the house. I'm kidding, of course. Goes on there. Goes on. That's toward the back part here. It's kind of thick. I thought I cut those down a little better. Oh well. Goes toward the back. There we go. There we go. There's some potatoes. And here in a second I will I'll throw in the green peppers and onions. Let's see. See, that's getting kind of personal. I don't know. Hopefully it's getting a little spicy there in the comment section. I dig it. I dig that. I like spicy in the comment section. So we got a little pepper in there. I've got coarse ground pepper in my pepper shaker, so it doesn't want to play ball as well as I'd like it to. Let's turn that up just a smidge in the front. And I'm really hoping that I like this griddle as much as I think I'm going to like this griddle, because I already left my review on the Wagner page today. Put these other ones on there. Put this in there. There we go. And we'll put a little salt on there. And a little salt. And a little bit of, let me put my mug in your guys' face here real quick. A little bit of crushed red pepper. And we'll give those a minute. Give those a minute. They are, I'll have to turn these up. I got a feeling I got to turn up these. There we go. Oh, and the other thing, I almost forgot. Because I forget something in every one of these. I forgot. I thought that mix looked a little sparse, a little thick, because I forgot the egg. Glad I saw it sitting there. Right there we go. Perfect. Yeah, I thought that looked a little too thin or too thick. There we go. Now we're talking. I get to talking and I just lose my place. There we go. There, that's a lot. You see that? That's a lot smoother. That's what we were needing. I thought that looked really thick. but I'm still going to spoon it on as opposed to like pouring it out, pouring it in. And these are really good. I love these kind of pancakes. There we go. There we go. I'd like to see what Mercy did. I'd love to see what she's got going on over there. I like some spicy in the chat. Sometimes you see these live streams and people are like, oh, let's take it easy in the chat. We don't want to get anybody, whatever. I like spicy in the chat. I really do. So, let's see how these are doing in the back. I am so excited to use this griddle tonight. I really am. I even let my daughter called me. My daughter that got me this as my Christmas present this year. She called me and she was like, have you used your griddle yet? And I said, tune in at 7 o'clock and you'll see me use it. No stick? How's that? No stick so far. But these are kind of thick, so I'm going to kind of let them do their thing. We only got about 12 minutes until the brownies are due to come out. I don't want to open the door, but I do want to give them a look, because like everybody says, if you're looking, you're not cooking. Oh yeah. Well, those are looking like brownies. They're not looking like the meme to me. They're definitely looking like brownies. I do like a nice brownie, especially with that fresh milk I just got today. I'm gonna leave those alone so they can do their thing. I'm just trying to keep this a little even. I'm not too worried about warping it or anything. I'm really not. That's not my greatest concern at the moment at all, because this thing's pretty stout. It's, you know, it's a vintage style, but those are pretty stout with the reinforcements on the bottom. Got the, almost lost my spatula. There we go. Let me see. Let me just catch up with some of the comments here. This off to the side. Oh, I don't want to put that off to the side yet. Over here. I should get an OnlyFans. I am going to do. We are going to do a Patreon to where we can where I'll put the recipes on Patreon and Locals for some extra stuff. We are going to be doing that once we get some more stuff. And eventually, the goal is I'm going to reshoot all these that I make for the real, for like the fried rice, chili, those kind of things. So that way people have a little continuity where they can find them themselves. I messed with that. I filled up my pepper shaker before I came on live, and I've been fighting off a sneeze ever since. I've absolutely been fighting the sneeze off ever since there. 24 watching, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, is that how, that's what I got on mine? Yeah, I got 24 on mine as well. Yeah, everybody seems to be smashing that like button, as the YouTubers say, smashing the like button, which is pretty cool. So like I said, I'm so lucky with that. I mean, I get all you folks on here. I walk out of here with like 25 views and 26 or 27 likes. It's so cool. That's one thing. Like I said, it's quality over quantity as far as I'm concerned. I just do this for fun. But yeah, got that going pretty well. That one burner back here is a little slow, so I'm going to crank that up a little bit. As opposed to this one here in the front, it gets a little hotter. Pros and cons of an electric stove. I don't know if there are pros to it, but it's definitely one of the cons. And then, let's see. So I'm gonna go ahead now and I'm gonna grab out my sausage patties and we're gonna smash them down. Gently touch it, I can afford a new phone. So are we your tour test subjects, honey? I don't know. Let's see, Corey, just get the money from Deb, she's loaded. Oh, Cynthia's loaded, that's good to know. I could always use a sugar mama. Always use a sugar mama. Let me see here, let me get my parchment paper I've got cut out and sort of ready to go for the sausage. And we're going to do just sort of a smash burger style with the sausages. That off to the side there. And these are about 2 to 3 ounce soon to be patties. Here soon enough, they will be a patty. And I ran out of one thing. If you guys have all watched, I am really big on using gloves, but I ran out. I didn't realize today that I was out of gloves. Oh, let me throw a little more oil down here. A little olive oil in that spot. No reason to go too crazy with it, but throw that on there. That. Our paper down. And get an oven mitt. And give that a smash. There we go. A little more of a smash. There, perfect. Let's see. Is that grits in that little honey pot? No, that is bacon grease in my little pot there. That's bacon grease. Occasionally I will use some bacon grease. A lot of times I save my bacon grease on the stove and then I'll filter it off into a jar. And then what I normally use my bacon grease for is to use on my grill outside. I instead of like using a Pam or anything, I just rub bacon grease all over my grill to do that, to lube it up. Corey don't care for ranch. I don't blame Corey for not liking ranch. Ranch is like one of the, I will eat ranch if there's nothing else around, but ranch is not one of my favorite things ever. It really isn't. I'm a blue cheese guy. When it comes to my wings, I like blue cheese. And a nice, you know, cut up celery stalk on the side for dipping. That's with wings, for sure. Let's give our potatoes a flip. I've got this running a little, I was kind of being cautious with the heat on here, but I think that, let's see where we're at. Yeah, I probably could have turned these up a little more, but the potatoes smell really good. There we go. Some of these are just not. There we go. Want to flip. There we go. Boy, that sausage smells good. Like I said, I just sort of made that. I didn't want to use sugar, so I didn't use a regular sausage patty. This is ground pork with sausage seasoning in it. Get a little better view of that. There we go. But I could have definitely turned my heat up a little bit more. I was being really conservative with the temperature of all that, of the griddle. And I did have it heating up beforehand. But I'm gonna wish that I would have. Yeah, this needs a little time there to cook through, and then we'll start putting the some of these. Oh, let's put some of these peppers and onions in there. That over the top. Oh yeah, there we go. And we were just about ready to take the brownies out of the oven. Oh, those are looking a lot like brownies. They're not really looking like the meme. Even with the corn that I added, I don't think it's going to turn into the meme. Why doesn't Wagner make lid for that griddle? That would cut the cooking time. Well, I don't know. Does anybody make a lid for a griddle? Am I just sort of blacking out? Hey, Granny Gran, how are you? Yeah, Val, it's definitely blue cheese. There's no sense in messing around with ranch dressing. My kids drown everything with ranch dressing. Like I don't know, it's like they have to. It's like a have-to situation with them. Like they have to put ranch on pizza, and they have to put it on this, and they have to put it like on that. It's surprising how much they put ranch on. Because as far as pizza goes, I just put a little bit of maybe some crushed red pepper or some Tabasco. I do Tabasco just about everything, except for breakfast cereal. That's about it. Oh yeah, there we go. That up there. Oh yeah, that came out nice. Yeah, we just needed that little bit of heat on there. Now we're cooking. There we go. That's not new anymore. We got that spot. We got a spot made from everything. Let's go ahead and toss another sausage patty on there, because I'm going to do this thing. And I think I figured out what's going on with it. There we go. Almost. There we go. Oh, sorry about that. The dog just came through and hit the light stand. She got her foot caught on the cord. Yeah, they do have dome covers. I mean, you can get those like Blackstone style dome covers or whatever, but they're not. They don't fit over the whole griddle. And I think, like, even Cast Iron Chaos last night, he was using sort of one of those dome covers to do on his wok. Oops, the paper. I want to burn the brownies. There we go. That'll be alright, just for a second. And we'll pull the brownies out. Get my trivets back out. The only thing is with all that is, like, I didn't have room on both of these. To do both. Go on, Beagle. Go on, get. I don't want something to fall on you. Okay, let's slam the door. There we go. I I know, we already did it. Timer's off, and those look done. I'm not even gonna test them. In the center, they're starting to crackle and all that on the top. I will toothpick them. Just to toothpick them. Just to say I did it. There we go. Oh yeah. You got the sausages over here. The smoky links. Those have all plumped up. Plump when you cook them. Don't need that anymore. Take that off. Move that out of the way. Put that back on top of there. There we go. We can put that down on low because those are done. Those are done. Just move that. Move my press off the side there. We got that. Let's see how the potatoes are doing. Potatoes should be getting there too. Oh, look at that. Those are good. Those are good to go. Oh, snap, crackle, pop. That sausage is going real good. Okay. And I'll move back over here and you guys can see the brownies. Let me move them. I always step around this darn. One thing about doing this, I just continually have to step around the stand, the light stand and the camera stand. One of these days I'm going to move my budget up and I'm going to get myself a camera person. And we'll toothpick test these. But I think these are going to be just fine. I think those will be all right. Clean. Fairly clean. Clean. Fairly clean. Oh, that one's a little. Ooh, that one's a little. Maybe that one could go back in. We'll throw those back in there. We'll throw the ones in the lodge. We'll put those back in there for another 5 minutes. Because they went in there afterwards anyway, so I don't expect them to be up to snuff with the other ones. So I'll set that down in there. There we go. Do those another 5. Just to be on the safe side. Because they're really the star of the show, more than anything. Everything else is just side fodder. Where are we at here? Parman Mott's. Okay. Potatoes are looking good. Yep, potatoes are good. Put those kind of into the back. And then right there toward the center. I think we'll go ahead and pull the potatoes. The potatoes look pretty darn good as they are. So I'm going to pull those. Yeah, there we go. And this, that'll flip. Put those a flip, and then we'll put the, I'm going to put the press on them and kind of, they're starting to get a little, they're starting to kind of tent up in the middle. And I don't want that. So I'm just going to throw the press back on them. And keep them where they need to be for a second while I pull off the potatoes. Pull the potatoes off, those are good. There we go. And then I can make pancakes. Once I do this part, I can start making the pancakes, and that's the other best part of everything. Let's see here. Oh, great. Sorry about that. I forgot where I was at there for a second. There we go. Pull these off. This is done. And these channels are doing really, really well. The little grease channels. I might have to, at some point, even on my, it kind of reminds me of when I work with my Lodge chef griddle for a lot of that stuff. Oop. I have to switcheroo. A little switcheroo here for a second. I don't know why I'm doing that. Let's leave this off to the side. Save those for later. Okay, we'll move that off. Get these over here on the other side. And then we'll add a little more butter, and then we'll start doing the pancakes. We can turn that down to about there, or we're going to burn the pancakes. We don't want to do that. We don't want to burn the pancakes. They're not going to take long. I'm pretty happy so far. I'm not having a heck of a lot of sticking with these things of any kind. See how these are looking. Oh yeah, really good. Everything's doing really well. I'm liking it. Here's another. There, that's what we're looking for with those. I could use a little more. That one's done. I'm gonna get my plate and start plating some of this stuff up. Set that off to the side. There. And take that one off. There's one. Yeah, I'm not doing bad. I'll take it. And we'll move this out of the way, back over to here, so that can help that fry up. And then we're going to drop on the pancake. There we go. I'll just do one to begin with, so that, because they all, you know, the first pancake's always the worst one. We'll get that on there. We'll get it going. And the timer off for the other brownie. And that should be about, that smells done. Those brownies smell done. There we go. She's fine. She's not doing anything. She's just being a dog. Just doing dog stuff. Just doing dog things. So potatoes off. I got a pancake going. There we go. Let me see here. Let's see, fire attracts bugs and more viewers. It does. I guarantee that grease fire will give me 100,000 views. At least 50,000. Without even thinking about it. The only thing that and it's so hot right here right now, because one of the things that about doing a live, I can't turn my overhead, my vent fan on. Let's see how that's doing. Get this ready to go. That's, I'm sure I'm just like way over it doing the sausages. Oh, that's good. Yeah, and then once now that I got the potatoes off of here, and once I start with this, I'll be able to really go after be able to put the rest of the sausages and all the other stuff down. That's just got to have a little, let that bubble up a little bit. But that burner was blazing hot, but that's okay. That's what I wanted. There we go. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. We put the butter back over here because this kid's going to want to get herself some dinner while I'm over here messing around. Yeah, that came out great. Absolutely fantastic. I'm very, very happy with that. Let me get a plate down so I can, how do I want to do this? I need to get a plate down for that. Get a plate down for the press to sit on, so it's not just getting in my way like it's doing. Let's see here. That off to the side, turn that off. The oven's done. This off to the side. There we go, that fits right in there. That's what I needed. Got that. Sausage is done. Sausage is done. That's on the plate. And that pancake is just perfect. Those pancakes come out so perfect. Really liking the griddle. I'm liking this griddle so far. So, we'll get that one off there for her, for Gracie, the Ming. And we'll get some sausages out there, because that's what she's after. Oh, I need a different set of tongs. Couple tongs, those. Hey, Ming.
Yeah?
Stuff's done.
Okay.
Your part is, anyway. Oh, and the potatoes are sitting there too. So you've got that going for you, which is nice. All right. I need a what? Need a camera crew and have them already. I know I definitely need a camera crew. I need a camera crew. There's no two ways around that. It would help out so much, especially this kitchen is just so small and it gets cluttered up so easy just doing anything, to be honest. Doing the simplest things, it's not so bad when it's just me and I'm not trying to do anything in particular. It's when I'm trying to film this, because the thing of it is that I have so much stuff off to the side in case I need it, which you guys can't see. There's just so much stuff off to the side that's never there when I'm normally cooking. And let's see, press these down. Press that down. That one, and then this one. Like that. Okay. There we go. We got those going. I think those look like they could use a little more pepper. Like anything else. Everything needs more pepper. Everything needs more pepper. I'm not sure how long these brownies are going to have to take to cool, but I got a feeling that it's not going to take that long for them to cool. but I'm usually wrong when I say stuff like that. I'm gonna go ahead and throw this other sausage on there. But I do like the space that I have with this, because I can smash these down. If I had like a regular, like say a Bob Evans sausage or something that was already done, because these are about twice the size of a Bob Evans, like the pre-sliced, the pre-made patties, twice, easily. And I have one of those left. And I'm going to let those sit and marinate for a minute on the stove, and I'll catch up here with the comment section. Yeah, those pancakes are fantastic. And like I said, you can do that. You can do the Jiffy thing with the recipe that I did there. You can do that with I'll show you guys the recipe that I have for it real quick. But yeah, if you do that with the muffin mix, and you can do it with the muffin mix and make the same. You can make the blueberry pancakes and the raspberry pancakes that they instead of using them for muffins. You 100% can. Do a little more. I'm gonna spice these up a little bit more. There we go. That's what they need, because these are for me. Nobody's gonna eat them. And I'll leave one without all the spice for the beagle. The beagle gets the sausage fat out of here when it's all over with. When it's all said and done. Move this out of the way. I'll get another water here, because it is hot, and I'm winter dressed. Got my sweatshirt on, my hoodie on, and sock hat. And it is just a little too warm for that. In here right now. Let's see, Fuzzy, I did not get one step to my latest goods, except to pick them up. So, let me see, Kool-Aid Mercy, come on. Say Kool-Aid like it's a bad thing. Grape Kool-Aid's where it's at. Yeah, that's what I'm having. And Janet, I'm actually having salsa water, and my new favorite thing is to take extract, like coconut extract. That's what I just did behind the scenes. I've been taking coconut extract and putting in my sparkling water to not drink sodas and things like that. That's what or lemon extract, a little bit of that. Or not lemon extract, but lemon juice or lime juice put in there, and that's what's been replaced. I've been drinking, I don't even know how many of these I drink a day. I've got to have my sparkling water. I do like Perrier, and I like Pellegrino. I like that one. But I've really been digging on this one that I get at Sam's Club. And I want to say that it's from a real, I looked it up. I was like, Sam's Club water, how really good can that be? But then I looked up the spring, the Adobe Springs in Colorado, and that's like one of the cleanest places in the country that you can get water from. Like one of the cleanest natural springs there are. These are flip. Yeah, this griddle is working out great. If you guys are on the fence about getting one of these. And then I even had a comment from somebody in the community page, or the comment from one of my videos where I did the unboxing of this, and they were like, I think that's way too overpriced. And I asked them a fair question. I said, well, what would a good price for this be? Especially because, like I said, I don't know if anybody saw that from before, but my daughter, when she got this as a gift for me, she found a $50 off coupon somewhere. I don't know, you know how the younger generation is, they can find these coupons anywhere. And she got it for $50 off, so it was $190. with the really cool packaging. It's identical to the vintage piece. If you could touch it and see it yourself and compare it to another one, you would understand. You would know that exactly what I'm saying. That it's comparative to these other pieces. And if you get one online and they're, you know, say you find one on eBay that's $125 to $150. Even as low as, sometimes you'll see them for under 100, but very rarely. Then you got to ship it, which is another $25 to $35. So you're at $165. And then this comes with that nice packaging, comes with a box to keep it in. And most times, I would say 95% of the time, when you get a griddle offline, it hasn't been redone. So you've got to restore it, you've got to put it in lye tank, you've got to throw it in, you know, you've got to throw it in E-tank, you've got to do all these things to it. So you know, a lye tank, depending on what time of the year it is, that's going to take a couple days, most likely. It's going to most likely take a couple days to get those, you know, get it to where you want it. Then you got to season it, you got to run your oven, you got to do this, you got to do that. So by the time it's all said and done, you've probably got $200 into a vintage one, which is cool. I mean, I have no qualm with the vintage ones. I think but you've got a couple $100 then into it. So what's spending another $40 to get one of these if you wanted one? I'm not saying to you know, whether to buy a vintage one or buy this one. I'm just saying, I think for the price point, and then you look at Finex or what's the other one, Smithy's and Field Company that have these as well, and they're $325 to $275 for the same thing. And Finex is really nice, but it has that griddle side of it. It has the grill grates on the other side, and I'm not a fan of those. I'd rather have the reinforcements like this one has, as opposed to that. Oh, sorry. The dog hit it. So that one's done. That one's done. That one's done. So those are done. So those are finished. Let me get the plate here. So I mean, in all reality, you know, I get what people are saying. It is expensive. It's an expense. But at the same time, I mean, so, you know, plus you're getting this piece, and I think this piece is pretty cool. And like I said, when I wrote the review on the Wagner website today, that's what I said, was that it, you know, it's just a cool piece. It's and I have seen 1148s in person before. Oh, I forgot the paper. Oh well. I think I'll survive. So, you know, be that as it may, it's a cool piece. And I'm never, you know, out of all the griddles I have, I mean, it's right up there with my Wapak griddle that I like as well. And my Wapak griddle isn't as versatile as this because I really only use the Wapak griddle for in the oven because it doesn't have the reinforced bottoms, and it doesn't sit over top of my burners the way, because I have an electric stove as opposed to a wood stove when those were made. It doesn't fit on there as well. So I just lay this on there, and I don't have to mess with the griddle part on the bottom, which to me means a lot. That's a lot to me, to not have to mess with that griddle piece on the bottom. Let me make my pancake here. Make myself a nice fat pancake. And I'm making, I don't know if it translates well over onto the screen, to your guys' screen or not. But these sausage patties are about double the size of a regular patty, like a slider style. And my pancakes are huge. They're not. It's definitely not a silver dollar pancake. Huey, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. trying not to go out and work on stuff. Man, I bet that's driving you nuts. Because I know I'm a fairly lazy human being, and I know that you're one of those go get 'em kind of guys. So that's got to be tough. Let's see how I'm gonna sop up some of that grease with a paper towel. Give me one of those napkins, man. This is on the new Griddle. Oh yeah, this is on the new Wagner Ware style griddle. I'm just gonna sop up a little bit of that grease because I'm working on an uneven surface. Just let that sit for a minute. Basically, I'm making a wick for the fire. Okay. Right out there. There we go. And this is definitely a mess. Griddles are a mess. They can be. See how that is. There we go. And that was the last of the sausage patties. And once I get this stuff off of here, I'm thinking, which is the biggest mistake, the first mistake, and then, but I'm gonna check out and see if the brownies are able to be removed in case one of these sausages I made today. Sausages are not bad. I was hoping that Cast Iron Chaos would be on here tonight because there was one video where I was making, where I did homemade sausage, and he made a suggestion of something to add to it, and I can't remember if it was cardamom or marjoram. And I was at when I was at the butcher today, they have a spice place from the place I like in New Hampshire, Ohio. Oh, that's not ready. In New Hampshire, Ohio, called Wildman's, and that's where I get a lot of my spices. And I picked up some spices today, but I wasn't sure of which one he said. Because this has sage, paprika, garlic, salt, pepper, and red pepper. That's what's in here. And it's pretty close, but not 100%. Okay, you're saying marjoram. Okay. I mean, I'll buy that. Yeah, my round griddles are, I mean, I know you guys have all heard me say my round griddles. Usually, I had to move the round griddle to put this one on. It's bubbling up. Might just be using too small of a spatula, but I come prepared. So it's all the same. I don't know. That one doesn't seem to be. I didn't turn it down. That's ready to go. That one's done. Move that off to the side. Put that there with my sausage collection that I've got building up. And like I said, these are. This was one I was wanting. This is one of the things I was wanting to do with because I think this is one thing, there's a lot of the controversy about sweet cornbread, savory cornbread, whatever. But when it comes to pancakes, I think the world can all agree that sweet pancakes are the way to go. And these corn pancakes are so good. I think I made this one just a little bit too big. Oh, coming apart. Made it too big. I made this one too big. That one's just too big. But it had to be flipped. Oh well. Dog loves pancakes. The dog loves pancakes. And she's definitely ready for one. And that was just way too big. We'll make the next one, make it smaller. It's usually the first one that's screwed up. Yeah, tasty bits. There we go. But yeah, that one's for the dog. The dog doesn't care. She doesn't care about aesthetics. She cares about the deliciousness. Let's let that cool down and then she can have that. And I'll put a little butter. I probably should have put a little something down. This is starting to get, you know, this is the first use, and even though I do have a lot of oil on here, it is, it's the first use. So there's a little stick. There's a little stick to it. Not a whole lot. But I'm just super excited to have this thing and be able to use it. That could use, yeah, it's getting a little stick to it. So we'll throw some butter down and we'll throw another pancake on. Because I want a nice looking pancake for myself anyway, to throw some blueberry syrup on. And then once I do the pancake, we'll go over and we'll see if those see if the brownies are ready to come out. They should be. Let me throw a little butter down. Or a little, actually I use a little bit of oil. Just a little bit of oil on there as well. And I'll use this flavor spray instead of butter. Use that baking spray. That should give me a little more. That should give me some more play. Boy, this is a mess. This has made one heck of a mess. But we'll give this a try now. Making a normal sized pancake. There we go. Like for regular people. Plus the Beagle's getting some, you want a sausage? Some sausage pieces? There you go, babe. Yeah, I grew up on Jiffy, and my mom made it a heck of a lot better than I make it, because my mom's never stuck or never crumbled. And I've tried the different things. I've tried the extra egg. I've tried a little more oil, but it never seems to come out. I've been using ever since the Cornbread Festival down in Tennessee. They sent me home with a bunch of samples of Martha White when I was just on the street messing around. And I've been using Martha White as far as if I make cornbread, because it just comes out. And everything they do, everything Martha White makes is really good. Their muffin mix is really good. I take their muffin mix and I put into my Lodge cornbread pan, the 8 or 6 divider one that I have, and it just comes out so good, and everybody really likes it. Yeah, I could go for some biscuits and gravy. The sausage actually came, or the ground pork really did come out with a good sausage flavor. Even without the marjoram. Gotta use my words here. I'm gonna get myself a plate and I'll plate this up. Shouldn't need too big of a plate. See, there we go. That should be good. Dang, that is not giving me any slack. I need a different. I think I just need my regular old spatula. That spatula is not cutting it. Those are great for omelets, but that's not cutting it for these. And since I have about 20 different kinds of spatulas, I think it's safe to just go ahead and try the other one. There we go. That's a little overdone, but that's going to be it. That's going to be about the last. That's going to be the last corn cake I do for now. And it's not as, I'm looking at the monitor. It doesn't look that. It's not as dark as it looks. The monitor makes everything look a lot darker. It actually makes the griddle look like it's really super dark. And when you get these, they are really like they've been seasoned in beeswax. They have that golden color, and it still has a lot of that golden color, almost like a Stargazer. These are about the same as the Stargazer as far as the color goes on them. And plus it's getting a little bit of, there's some burn on stuff on here. But like I said, I'm not gonna do any more. I'm just going to plate this up. And I'm gonna sort of snack on this on the side. I've lost the, almost forgot the butter. But I lost the butter dish. Oh, there it is. Never mind. Almost lost my butter dish in this mess. Plus, my dog is sitting there hawking me. She's like, hey, what do I get? When am I getting my stuff? So, I'll do that. Get some potatoes on the side there. Potatoes came out really good, and I've got a cover on those. So I'll show those here in just a second. Let me see. There we go. And let me wipe my hands off. I walk over the dog. Now the dog's getting in the way. Get a shot of the dog eating some sausage. And I know everybody likes the dog. I think you guys like the dog a lot more than I like the dog sometimes. Oh. Let's see. Alright. Let's do some tricks, Beagle. You want to do some tricks? There we go. Get you around over here. Come on, Biggs. Come over here. Come here. Come on. Come on. Come on, is she in the screen? Where's the dog? Ooh, almost. There she is. Okay. Can you do a spin? Can you do a spin? Oh, you're going to leave me hanging, huh? Gonna leave me hanging? There's that spin. There you go. She knows all kinds of tricks. There we go. There's a spin. And what about your sitting? Come here. Come on over. You got to get in the... right here. There you go. Can you sit? Sit. Sit. You want more? You got to sit. Okay. Sit. Spit. Sit. 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 Shake. Thank you. Speak. Speak. There you go. Good job. And one more spin. We'll do one more spin and then you gotta go. There you go. Alright. Good job. Atta girl. Atta girl. Okay. Back over here. Now that she's done showing off, she's got a snack that gives her something to worry about other than trying to get something. She is a rat terrier. She's a full-blooded rat terrier that I rescued off some kids off this at a party. And there we go. There's dinner. Not too bad. I'll take that. But blueberry syrup, sausages, whatever. But we're gonna come back over and I'm gonna set that off to the side. And we're gonna go over here and see if the brownies came out and became the meme. Yeah, she's cool. She's a smart one. She's still a pup. She's about 9-10 months old at the most, I think. I got her I literally got this dog at a party. There were some teenagers that didn't have anywhere to live, and they had just acquired this pooch, and they didn't know what to do with it. So I reimbursed them for how much. They did have its shots. They did have the first couple rounds of shots and all that. So it wasn't like they were trying to not have the dog, but they just weren't in any shape to have a pet. They were really young kids, like 16, didn't have a home for themselves, let alone a home for the dog. So I wasn't looking for a dog, but the dog was looking for a home. So she came home with me, and she's been here since the 1st of June. That's how I know how long I've had her, because I got her on the very 1st of June. Okay, so let's see how these are looking. I was wondering if they would just pop out, but I don't think, I'm not going to get that lucky. See, maybe we'll get his cat to do that. Yeah, I don't know about cats. Dogs are a lot. I'm a cat. I don't dislike cats, but I like dogs a lot better. That's just my own personal opinion. I like dogs a heck of a lot better than I like cats. And at the end of the day, let's be honest, dogs pay taxes, cats don't. So that makes them even more cool. That makes them better. Are these not, these are not, oh. Okay. Is that one in the, oh, that one's not in the picture. My bad. I'm sitting here working, I'm working on the glass one right now. There we go. Let's see. Just got a plastic, oh, there we go. See what it looks like. These are fudgy. No, they look like cornbread. That looks like cornbread to me. That looks like cornbread. That doesn't look like the meme. That looks like a piece of cornbread. Let's give it a try. Oh, those are good. No stick. I mean, no real stick for the glass Wagner Ware. Oh, those are good. Those are tasty. Yeah, those came out really nice. And they look like cornbread. Let's see if I can get another one out. Get a smaller one. You go the right way with the... Of course, I did have them swimming in an ocean of oil. Oh, there we go. That popped right out. But yeah, I'm not seeing that it looks, that doesn't not look like a, look like the meme. That doesn't look like anything like it. It looks like cornbread. All right. Well, I'm happy with that. Hey, Ming.
Yeah.
You want a brownie? Here, you can have this other half of this one if you don't want a full one. I think they came out pretty good. They look really nice. You think they look like it?
A little bit.
The other ones in the meme always, they look pretty sketchy. But these, oh.
Were they walnut brownies?
Yeah, they got some walnuts in them. Okay. Why'd you become allergic to walnuts in the last 5 minutes?
That's exactly what happened.
Wow.
No, I'm just kidding.
You can tell that's a CPS. Just tell them I made you eat it. Well, I'm just hoping they take you. If they take you, that'd be fantastic.
I know, we're both wishing for it.
I know. It'd be like
my Christmas present.
It'd be like a summer camp. You get to go and like hang out with another family and maybe make some friends.
Maybe. If I'm lucky. Probably give me a new name.
Yeah.
Call me Rodriguez or something.
I mean, what would be better than having your name be named Ming? Well, that one stuck a little bit.
You named me after a germ.
The corn, that one sort of looks more like the meme than the rest of them do. Let me see what's going on in the comment section. It doesn't look like Mr. Hanky, the Christmas poo. It doesn't. I'm really surprised. I thought this was a lock. I thought this was for sure going to look like what they said it was going to look like. I think that whatever they're using in the meme is pretty questionable. Now maybe they were using fudge, but this is a fudge brownie, and this is the Betty Crocker Delights. So this is like the Mercedes of Betty Crocker, as far as I know. Mercy's out. Good night, Mercy. Thanks for showing up. Let me see one. That one might look like Mr. Yeah, this one's a little on the. That one's a little on the sticky side. That came out, and I will, in its defense, it only had 1 or 2 rounds of seasoning on it when I made it, when I restored it, and So let's see. But I think this was the one we gave the extra couple minutes to. Let me go on the other side. That is not. The glass is definitely winning right now. The 1940s Wagner Ware glass is definitely in the lead right now as far as like making these brownies in. But let's see. Oh, that one. That one's falling apart too. Yeah. All right. And it might be the size of them too, because we'll see how much. This is a fun part of my job. I get to eat the stuff. Okay, so those were a little bit over full. So we'll see. But this one, let me go the other direction. And these are a little bit, and I will say this too, these are a little bit, because they're retaining the heat a little better, they are a little warmer. Now they're not like hot, because I can definitely touch this, but the pan is definitely still warm. Let's see here. Oh, okay. There, that one. That one's not as full as the other ones are. There, that one came out okay. See, there we go. That one, I guess that might be part of my trouble, is I overfilled a lot of those. But that came out okay. I kind of feel like Bill Murray in Caddyshack at the pool scene. I feel like I should just be like, take a bite and go, there's nothing wrong with this. But yeah, it's not as detailed as, say, cornbread would be. But they are good, and they taste exactly the same. I mean, I know it's the same, it's the same batch and everything, but the glass didn't offer any kind of a taste difference. That one's wanting to come out a little better, but it's still, those are still a little warmer. This one, the glass on this is completely cooled, and while this is still, let me take it out of this pan. That might do a little something for it too. But there we go. Set that off to the side. But yeah, this one's a little warmer, so that might have something to do with it too, because it says to make them completely cooled. But yeah, these are really good. My diet is not going, for any of you guys that saw the low calorie, low carb video that I did, my diet is not going amazing. I've lost 2 pounds in 2 weeks. So I'd imagine if I keep this up, I'll lose 50 pounds in a year. So it's not fast results, that's for sure. But it doesn't help that I'm sitting here eating brownies. Let's move this. Those are good. Those are good. I'm going to pull one more out. Try and do another one out of here. Because like I said, this one's a lot cooler. The temperature wise. And I think this is, if you saw the, yeah, that popped right out. Yeah, I might not have given the other one as much time to cool. Because like I said, it is more, these are cool. That popped out and that looks really nice. There we go. I don't know if you guys noticed, I threw a little corn in there too. Just for aesthetics, of course. Of course. Oh. Hey, we hit a milestone. We hit 30 viewers. So that's pretty good. We're a little bit over 30 viewers right now. That's cool. That's the biggest crowd. That's the biggest crowd we've had. Oh, 32. We're at 32 now. Very nice, very nice. Thanks everybody for showing up and hitting the like buttons. I lost 2 pounds a few minutes ago. Yeah. Well, you travel a lot. That can happen. I never want to lose weight. Always find it again. Yeah, I've always yo-yoed as far as my weight goes. I can get down to like real skinny to where my clothes are falling off, And then in 6 months, I mean, I can't fit into my jeans. It's just the way I'm built. Let's see, I made a proxy bid for $72 on a Martin lid last night, and someone bought it for $73. Man, that's the story of my life. Right now, I'm trying to get the big one I'm trying to work on is I don't know if you folks remember a couple of weeks, maybe last week, I showed you that Lodge, the Lodge trivet that I had with the star on it. And I told you that there was a set of 12. And the one I have is 537. Now I went back and I looked that up. Now those were, there were 12 of those. And they went from 535 to 547. And the one that I showed you, which I think it's sitting right here, right off to the side. And you can see on the inside of it, on the inside there, if you can get a good look, that 537 that's in there. Anyway, I found the 535 on eBay, which is an Oddfellows chain link, which is pretty cool. I used to live, I raised my kids in a, I'm not an Oddfellows member, but we lived for a long time. I had an Oddfellows Union Hall that we lived in. My living room was the dance hall. It was 30 by 50 with 12-foot ceilings. It was a great place to live. Great place. Kids used to ride bikes in the living room. It was huge. But I've always been intrigued with the Oddfellows. The building we lived in was an Oddfellows, built by the Oddfellows. And the 535 is the Oddfellows chain link trivet, which is a chain link down there. But they have them on eBay, have a set on eBay, but there's 2 of them. And I only want 1. So anyway, but those are pretty, Bob Hughes, hi, hey buddy, how are you? Good you could be here. But yeah, like I said, so I think I was wrong when I told you guys before, but they start at 535 and they go to 547, and they're fairly standard trivets. What you see, you know, you have the brooms and you have this and that, but those all have the mark on there somewhere, that 5 number. And that's how you know those are 60s Lodge trivets. So that's that. And I'm working, I really want to get those. That's my big thing that I'm after right now. That and on these brownies. The brownies are where it's at. The brownies are good. For a box, I'm not going to complain. But anyway, Jeezel Pete's, we've been at this for almost 2 hours now. We're going way over. I'm going to eat my dinner, and I really appreciate everybody who's showing up. If you haven't already, please hit the like button. It gets me, it gets my reach out there farther, so more people show up and have fun, and the more the merrier, I always say. And hit the like button, the subscribe button if you haven't already, which I'm sure you have. And I didn't see any birthplace, hometown guesses this week. So if you have any, there have been no winners. And every week I kind of just keep adding something. I kind of add a little bit. Yeah, Val, thank you so much for coming in. But every week, as it goes by, so I'm sorry, I'm just catching everybody as they're going out of here. Corey Clark, make some brownies, man. They're good. And even if they're from a box, there's no shame in my game making stuff out of a box. That's for sure. Man, I forgot about it too. What were the hints so far? The hints so far is that I can't remember the first one. The second one, the hint is that it's not in a state that starts with a vowel and ends with a vowel. That was the second one. So That's the next. That's this. That was last week's hint. And you know, to be honest with you, I totally forgot about it. I totally forgot about it. Hey, thanks, RT Scott. Thanks for showing up, pal. I really appreciate it. I really do. It's like I say, and I say it every week. It's just like having my friends over for dinner. Um, I know I was a little distracted with this one. This was kind of a fast-paced. It was 2 hours to make sausages and brownies, but that's the way it is when I've just come to figure out that that's just how it is when you're doing these lives because you have to talk and cook at the same time and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, Val, definitely next week. I'll be thinking of something. I'm not sure what I'll be doing next week, but I know that it'll be something. No, Bob Hughes, it is not Detroit, Michigan. Thankfully, I'm not. I was not from, and I'm not from Butte, Montana either. Not Butte, Montana. But Butte seems like a cool place to be. I'll hang out here for just a second if you guys want to do a couple guesses. But I really got to eat. I haven't had dinner yet, and I've been making all this food. And I got a long night of cleaning up. I think that griddle's going to be after its first use. It's going to be a pretty big. It's going to be a chore to clean that one. Normally my stuff isn't too bad to clean, but I think that one's going to be a little bit of a bear. I have to let that. I don't know. I'll have to figure it out when I get it over to the sink and get all that stuff on there. Yeah, I'm telling you, if you get a chance and you really want to kind of spoil yourself a little bit, no, not Sacramento, California. Though I have lived in Sacramento, California before. I did live in Sacramento, California before. Let me see. Like I said, Brian, the state does not have a vowel at the beginning or the end of the name. Arizona, no. Yeah, it wouldn't be like Ohio or Alabama or anything, or Arizona for that matter. There's like 6 states I eliminated and 8 that I have eliminated phonetically. Let me see. Oh, what is the hint of the day? I don't know. I don't know what the hint of the day would be. I can't really say. I can't really think. Trenton, New Jersey. Yeah. Walla Walla, Washington. No, not Walla Walla, Washington. James Justice, Jay Justice, what's up, pal? Have you been here this whole time? My friend, good to see you. The planets did align. I told you the planets were aligned this week. Has anybody been checking out the planets? They actually are aligned this week. If you go out right around dusk, you can see Saturn at the bottom to the west. And then right above it, you can see Venus. Venus is the big star. It's really bright. And then you'll see Jupiter and then Mars. I always wondered when I look at the stars like that, I wonder what, how our planet looks from those places. Fashionably late. Yeah. Well, I'm tragically hip, so I understand fashionably late. Yeah. The thing with Saturn is it'll be below Venus, but you've got to look like right at dusk because of the curvature of the Earth. It's going to be really close to the horizon line, so you got to see it where it's pretty much unobstructed. Yeah, it has to be unobstructed, or you're not going to see it. Like I have a tree line right at the edge of my property, and where I live that has like a tree line and a fence line for some livestock that my neighbors have. So I can never see Saturn to my west because that's right where the planets line up at that time of the day. Right, Huey? Did you see that they're trying to rename Uranus? And that's not even a joke. Like they're really trying to, they're going to try and rename it to something else. I can't, and it's something that sounds about the same, but it doesn't sound like Uranus. It doesn't, the last part, it's like Uranus or something. I don't know. I'd have to, you can look it up. Everybody has Google or Bing or whatever. You can look. No, I was born in the United States, Bob Hughes. And I was born in the lower 48. I was not born in Alaska and I was not born in Hawaii. I've never been to either place. Yeah, it is cloudy tonight. I just wonder if you can see them in the, I don't know how they would look in the morning, like right before sun. Probably couldn't see it. It'd probably be the Earth. Earth's turned at that point. Too far. Okay, tonight's clue will be the radio stations all start with the letter K. I can tell you that. So if you know anything about radio stations, TV stations, some starts with K, some starts with W, and there's a reason why. No. Actually, K's are on one part of the country and W's are on the other part of the country. So, anyway, yeah. All right, well, it's 9 o'clock. I'm going to let everybody go. I'm going to already be doing this for a little while, cleaning up and all that stuff. And I got to walk the dog yet. So, I will see you next week for sure. I'm definitely going to try and do some shorts that I didn't get done last week. And I've got some technological stuff to do with my computer so I can do some editing that I'm kind of working on. So I can actually get back to doing videos as well. I like the videos too. I like doing that. But anyway, hey man, I'm really glad, like I said, I'm really glad everybody showed up. And I had a great time. Hope you guys did too. And we'll see you.